Hey, what's going on, Bull Runners? Welcome back to the channel. Ryan Huggins here. Imagine this. You're watching your savings erode in a world where banks are playing favorites, shutting doors on powerful and everyday folks alike, while AI quietly gears up to reshape money as we know it. Trillions in transactions happening without even a human touch. But here's the twist. Blockchain is stepping in right now, turning traditional stocks into 24/7 digital assets on super fast networks, stablecoins powering billions of AI deals, and even lawsuits forcing big banks to rethink their game. If you miss these shifts today, you could be left behind in tomorrow's economy. So stick around. We're going to break it all down simply and show you exactly why acting now matters. Plus, we're going to head over to X to find out all the breaking news that's happening in the financial world today. And we're going to head over to Forex Factory and check out all the red folder news that you need to know about this week. And at the end of the video, we will be stepping into the XRP charts. We're going to be looking for areas of support plus resistance that you need to know about. Plus, we are going to be looking at short-term and long-term momentum. But first, let's head over to CoinMarketCap, check out the overall health of the crypto market today. And by the way, if you're like most people where you don't have the opportunity to spend hours a day doing crypto research, well, that is what we do for you here on this channel every single day. So make sure you subscribe right now to the channel. And if you are still feeling bullish about this current 2026 bull run, let us know by commenting 777 down below. And just a heads up, I know your time is very important. Thank you so much for watching today. If you put this on 1.5 speed, you will still be able to gather all the information. Today, we are trading at $3.02 trillion total market cap. It's down a touch, 0.75% today. Fear and greed index has slipped back into that fear zone. We are at 34 out of 100. Altcoin season index currently sitting 30 out of 100. So it is still Bitcoin season. Bitcoin dominance trading at 59.2%. Having a look at the Bitcoin ETF tracker, today's numbers are not out just yet, but this week it is down $1 billion. That's $1 billion worth of outflows of the ETFs in Bitcoin. Ethereum ETFs are faring a tiny bit better, but coming in for a total loss this week thus far at $499 million of outflows. Having a look at the XRP ETFs, there was a daily volume of positive $17 million worth of inflows into the XRP ETFs, currently sitting at a volume of $1.5 billion worth of assets under management. Heading over to Forex Factory, red folder news that you need to know about this week. The final GDP numbers did come out and it was forecasted at 4.3 for quarter over quarter. It is currently sitting at 4.4. So it was a positive number, a beat positively for the GDP that launched out today. Unemployment claims were forecasted at 209,000, came in at 200,000. So another very positive sign for the economy. The big thing to watch out for, though, is next week when the federal funds rate will be announced. It's currently forecasted 3.75, and it looks like it's going to be coming in at that. But we'll be paying attention. Make sure you subscribe so you can see us follow along with that next week. Before we head over to Altcoin Pro and check out this article from our top analyst, DeFi Mo, on Solana bringing stocks on chain, let's talk about the fact that announced today, Trump has decided to sue JP Morgan and Jamie Dimon for $5 billion because they did debank him. Now, you may not remember, but after the attack on the Capitol in 2021, Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan decided to completely remove ties from Donald Trump and not allow him to bank at their bank. Donald Trump, posting over on Truth Social, says that a front page article in the fake news Wall Street Journal states, without any verification, that I offered Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan Chase the job as Fed chair. This statement is totally untrue. There was never such an offer. In fact, I'll be suing JP Morgan Chase over the next 2 weeks for incorrectly and inappropriately debanking me after the January 6th protest. A protest that turned out to be correct for those doing the protesting. The election was rigged. Why wouldn't the Wall Street Journal call me to ask me whether or not such an offer was made? I would have quickly told them no, and that would have been the end of the story. Also, one was led to believe that I offered Jamie Dimon the job of Secretary of Treasury, but that would be one that he would be very interested in. The problem is I have Scott Bessent doing a fantastic job, a superstar. Why would I give it to Jamie? No such offer was made there or even thought of either. The Wall Street Journal ought to do better fact checking or it's already strained credibility. Will continue to dive. As you know, he calls them all the fake news. So thank you for your attention to this matter. And as some of you may remember, in August, Trump signed the executive order about politicizing and unlawful debanking by ordering United States regulators to look into claims and develop measures to prevent debanking in the future. And this also goes back to crypto as a whole. This wasn't just a Trump debanking. If you remember, Operation Choke Point and Operation Choke Point 2 was designed to debank anyone that was running a crypto company and affiliated with those people as well. Some Republican lawmakers in Congress have also called the market structure bill under consideration that's been going on and on and on now to address this issue as well. Now, Republicans bring up debanking claims and policy proposed laws. And I'm sure you all remember before Biden even left office in January 2025, because of the choke point scenarios, Republicans were already pushing for investigations addressing these policies. And Operation Choke Point 2.0 was brought into picture, citing an orchestrated effort by the United States government to remove access to traditional banking for those involved in digital assets. So you may be wondering, well, what does this have to do with me in my crypto? Well, in the crypto world, it underscores why decentralized alternatives like Bitcoin actually matter. No one can shut you out. Trump's suit could set precedents for regulations pushing more people towards crypto unbiased banking. This is a wake-up call, because if the president can face this type of scrutiny, imagine the average user. So watch this case. It's important. It's going to bring a lot of light to crypto, and it could actually accelerate crypto adoption as a safe haven.
Do you love crypto, but are you worried about taxes shrinking your retirement nest egg? Here's the deal. Trading and selling crypto can trigger capital gains taxes eating into your wealth. A crypto IRA fixes that. Per IRS publication 590B, traditional IRA gains like those from crypto aren't taxed until distributed. That's why we've partnered with iTrust Capital, a leading crypto IRA company in the USA, to sponsor today's video. And they offer institutional grade custody for retail clients that want to set up their crypto IRAs for retirement, leveraging top storage solutions like Fidelity, Wells Fargo, and Coinbase Prime to keep your assets secure. To get started, simply click the link in the description of this video, sign up for free, and fund your account with cash. They also offer 401k rollovers or crypto transfers, and you can trade 24/7 with just 1% transaction fees and no maintenance costs. As always, I'm not a CPA or financial advisor, so consult one for tax advice, and we do earn a commission if you sign up using our link below to fund your crypto IRA account, but that helps support value-based videos like this. And iTrust Capital already has over 200,000 crypto IRA accounts and over $14 billion in transactions, proving they're trusted by smart investors just like you. So click the link below, get started now by funding your account today, and let's create generational wealth together.
Another interesting point that's going on right now, you heard Elon Musk talking about how robots are going to take over everyone's jobs in a positive way. He said that everybody's going to own a robot. That means billions of robots running around. Well, what about them transacting? What about AI agents in the computer, not just robots? How are they going to do transactions? Well, Circle CEO says it's going to be through stablecoin. Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire says that AI agents have no alternative to stablecoins and will conduct everyday activities with the tokens with as little as 3 years. I mean, think about it. AI bots paying each other instantly for services without banks, without borders, nothing slowing them down. And the reason this is essential for us to know in the crypto world is AI is exploding, and stablecoins provide the neutral infrastructure. As these AI agents become economic players, they're going to be handling shopping for people, investing for people, and even enterprise deals, major large corporation deals. Stablecoins ensure cheap, fast global payments. So this could transform industries like finance, e-commerce, making crypto the backbone of the digital economy. And for you, it means that stablecoins aren't just for trading anymore. They're actually key to future wealth, essentially, with Circle's $78 billion USDC already in play, RLUSD from Ripple, and all of the other stablecoins. If you ignore this and you ignore AI, you're missing an absolute crazy boom that's about to happen.
The next generation of blockchain networks, things like Arc, which Circle's building on, there's other new blockchain networks, are actually being designed specifically for agentic compute. They're designed specifically for the financial and economic activity of a world where 3 years, 5 years from now, one, I think, can reasonably expect that there'll be billions, literally billions of AI agents conducting economic activity in the world continuously on a continuous basis. They need an economic system. They need a financial system. They need a payment system. There is no other alternative, in my view, other than stablecoins to do that right now, and that can keep up with that pace of technological change. And so that's it's a critical focus for us, but not just us. There's a lot of other folks that are interested in this and contributing to the technical standards to support this upgrade to our digital economic system.
And back on January 11th, Google introduced the Universal Commercial Protocol to power agentic commerce, potentially creating competition for the crypto space. So it's a really interesting development for crypto. Let me know your comments down below. What do you think is going to happen? Will AI agents actually be transacting in crypto in the future? Heading over to Altcoin Pro to check in with this article from DeFi Mo. And by the way, if you're looking for a crypto community, you want to hang out with the bull runners and our friends, click the link down in the description below. You can get started right now. We have over 750 members worldwide, always in there interacting, talking about what's the next thing happening in crypto. Don't be left behind. Come join us now. So it is official. Ondo stocks have gone on chain with Solana. They just launched over 200 plus tokenized real world assets on the Solana blockchain. That's going to be stocks, ETFs, bonds, commodities. This initial rollout obviously is going to have the major players in there: Nvidia, Amazon, Walmart, and Meta. These stocks are currently listed active through Jupiter Exchange. They're backed by the New York Stock Exchange. So if you were worried about potential liquidity issues, it's not going to be there. So as a result of this new move, the tokenized assets on the Solana blockchain just jumped by 400% overnight. So why does this matter for us in crypto? And is this the future? Well, this is one of the clearest signals yet for traditional finance is not fighting crypto anymore. It's actually integrating with it as one. So tokenization is no longer a future narrative. It's happening in real time. Solana is positioning themselves as the settlement layer for the real world assets in a massive long-term unlock. And not just for Solana, but for the entire on-chain finance ecosystem. So it is official. Wall Street is now moving on chain. And once liquidity follows, well, the floodgates are going to absolutely open. And this is also extremely bullish for stable coins because there must be enough liquidity when tokenization accelerates. So now you have stocks and bonds and all of this going onto stablecoin liquidity rails. Plus, you're going to have all these AI agentic bots trading with stablecoins. And then in the future, when the actual robots get here, the Tesla Prime and all of those are also going to be using stablecoins. So you can see why it is important to be involved in this scenario right now. Also, important news, Brad Garlinghouse coming out, spirited dialogue during today's World Economic Forum session. One important area of agreement across the panelists was innovation, regulation aren't on opposite sides. He went on to say, I firmly believe that the moment to use crypto and blockchain technology to enable economic access for a more efficient, more scalable, and utility-focused global financial system is now. And we also have Trump's crypto czar, David Sachs, coming out and saying that banks will go fully into crypto after the market structure legislation actually passes.
A good compromise is everyone leaves a little bit unhappy, right? But I think what's going to happen is that after market structure passes, the banks are going to get fully into the crypto industry. So we're not going to have a separate. A good compromise is everyone leaves a little bit.
Also, coming out of this World Economic Forum happening right now, they're describing XRP as a decentralized layer one that will be used for asset tokenization in financial markets worldwide. In other words, XRP is the bridge. Then we also have Brad Garlinghouse cryptically posting about XRP when he says, extremely positive to see RLUSD is listed on Binance, which just happened a couple of days ago. And as you notice, he dropped a little hint in there, XRP are the capital letters in his post here on X. All right, heading over to the charts, we're going to be taking a look here on the daily charts for XRP. We've talked about this numerous times now. Our spider line from January 15th, 2018 is currently acting as a support level. We do also have a very important supply and demand zone that's right below it. But right now, support level coming in at basically $1.90 on the spider line. If we rally from here, which our short-term and mid-term momentum waves have officially reset to zero, so it is time for another rally. Will it happen today, tomorrow, the next day? Well, the problem is right now we are under new moon bearish energy, so it may take So it may take a few days. And in fact, if we were to play it out numbers-wise, with this one happening, the new moon on the 18th, you add 14 to that, you're looking at 32. So basically February 1st, when price will get full moon energy, that we could potentially push up. So if you believe in the moon energy phases of positive and negative poles, then that's what we're looking at. We do have some positive news here though, like I said. If we can get some rally to the upside, break above the 10 exponential moving average sitting at $1.98, that would start to move our short-term momentum wave back to the upside. As you can see, last time this happened, we had a move to the upside during bearish energy, but like I said, it just traded sideways. When we were fully maxed out at 100, full moon energy kicked in, coinciding with that. We also broke above long-term momentum wave back to above zero. That didn't last for very long. Unfortunately, now we're back to bearish. Now you may be saying, well, the markets are in turmoil. Everything's going down. It's all bear. Well, if we are going bear, there is a support level to the downside, currently sitting at $1.57. This does also coincide with our 1100 exponential moving average rising right now, which would be coming into collision at the same exact time at this level. The good news is, as this line continues to rise, the likelihood of price dropping to this level declines over time, which is great. When we take a look at our 12-hour charts, you can see, unfortunately, a couple of days ago, we did break down below our 12-hour 1100 exponential moving average, but we're not losing much price action here, which is positive. When we look at our weekly charts, we are bearish in our long-term momentum. We flipped back to red, unfortunately. So we are waiting for that to really move back to the upside. We haven't had that recently. 3-day charts, also bearish red. Daily charts, back to bearish red. 12-hour charts, back to 12-hour red. 4-hour charts, red. 1-hour charts, tried to peak up a little bit, but failed. So we're red here as well. Short-term momentum trying to make a little rally here. So we may have some short-term momentum rising to the upside. We need this midterm momentum to follow along with it. 15 minutes is red. 5 minutes has been back and forth red. No real movement there. So more bearish energy on price. It doesn't mean price can't explode to the upside all of a sudden in one moment. However, when we take a look at last time we had a nice price action move to the upside, on the daily charts here, short-term momentum was already up. Midterm momentum was climbing. Long-term momentum was on its way back up to the zero line. Right now, we don't have any of that. But once we do get that positive momentum and move our way up, our next level of resistance is up here, and that's coming in at $2.29. So basically $2.30 of a supply and demand zone. And that also coincides with our spider line that has been historically a good level of support and resistance along the way.